Caspi's got 4 points in the quarter. Stolen. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistake. Lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Shot's good by Schroeder.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough. Enough room to get just like an easy layup.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Chalmers. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Chalmers has got 11 points.
Nice feed by Brogdon. Excellent at whipping those passes to open teammates.
Here's Schroeder. Deflected. Here's Caspi. From downtown, drills it from deep. 7 points in the game.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Delivering the blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been quite a game for Jonathan Isaac.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
We've got Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Salon in at the power forward position. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Out to Schroeder. Down low, stolen by Whiteside. Fast break, here we go. Oh, a huge slam, an exclamation point on that break.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Bogdanovich, that's good.
Plays so big inside. I mean, Bogdanovich uses his frame so well.
Out to the right wing, Chalmers. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Brogdon's got 3 assists now in this one.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Now here's Schroeder. Outside Simmons. Pass to Thomas. The 3. The rebound by Whiteside. Now Brogdon. Here's the 3. And Salon gets it to go.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Now here's Schroeder. To the inside. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
He drops it from range. Salon, he's got 6 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
To the paint. Claxton can't get it to go. To the wing on the left. Puts up a three. Offensive rebound. Pass to Caspi. Here's Chalmers. The three-pointer off the mark. Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Simmons. Thomas against Brogdon. Thomas misses. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue. And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
Now here's Simmons. There's Bogdanovich with the three. Rebounded by Brogdon. Pass to Caspi. Here's Chalmers. 4-3. Knocks it down from distance. Chalmers has got 11 in the second half.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Milton comes in for Thomas.
Now into the lineup for the Nets.
A minute 35 left in the third quarter. Now here's Schroeder. Tight defense on him. Outside Johnson. And the jumper is on the mark.
That maybe not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Launches it. The rebound by Bogdanovich.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Claxton. Now here's Johnson. Claxton with it. 4 on the clock. Outside Milton. Oh, trying his luck from deep. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Brogdon. And Brogdon with the stuff.
Can't forget about Brogdon's leaping ability, more than capable of jamming it home.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Nets. Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That free throw misses. For Brooklyn, Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Williams comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Whitehead in for Milton. 34 seconds left in the third. Out to the right wing. Pass to Chalmers. Let's go with a three. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Here's Whitehead, guarded by Brogdon. Sharp with it. To the middle. Here's Whitehead. The rebound by Whiteside. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Chalmers. Off the mark there with a three. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Delivering the blowout. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the floor for the Nets, Dennis Schroeder is out there with Shake Milton. Then it's Williams. Then there's Johnson. And it's Sharp in at the 5.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Home team foul. Brandon Roy. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Williams. Outside Milton. Johnson on the wing. From outside the arc. Sinks the tray.
You got to get out on Johnson, especially when he's roaming around these corner spots.
Smith outside. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
Free throw good, Schroeder. Watford's checked in for Johnson.
Dennis Schroeder taking 2 shots.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling. Whoa, that man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. Brooklyn making a switch here. Simmons is checked in.
Number 10, Ben Simmons.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. To the inside. The rebound by Duncan. Duncan's got 4 rebounds now. Simmons has gone 1 for 3 from the field here. From deep. Roy's shot is good. Roy's got 6 here in the quarter.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Pass to Gasol. Here's Roy. The 3 is up. Fires in the triple.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Sharp, a screen on Smith. Down low to end the run. Sharp, no good. Smith outside. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Isaac. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Timeout called, Brooklyn. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance. First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Nets ball.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. There's the triple. Nails it from 3. Schroeder's got 6 in the quarter.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Beyond the arc. Duncan, no. good. Thomas outside. Pass to Simmons. And it's blocked by Isaac.
We talk about Isaac's reach often, and they're using it to send the shot back.
For three, Smith. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be on. Automatic.
Outside Bogdanovich. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 5. Here's Thomas. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Gasol. Pass to Duncan for 3. They get it back. Here's Smith. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
It's Thomas on the wing. Fires for 3. And he can't get that one.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Duncan. Pass to Gasol. From behind the arc. A nice shot by Duncan.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Thomas. Can they get it? Roy pulls it in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Isaac for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
too. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories. So with Lawson sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. We've got Gasol, Duncan out there with Isaac. Then there's J.R. Smith, and it's Roy in at the two-guard spot. And for Miami, the front court is Jaquez and Butler. The guard set is Rozier and Hero. And it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that one's good, Duncan.
Well, Duncan is a guy who knows how to assert himself offensively. When he likes a look, he does not hold back.
Now, Hero. Here's Rozier. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
On the wing, Jaquez. Here's Butler. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Not many guys with Butler's build have his skill set inside.
They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
And we haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Hero passes to Rozier. The shot by Butler, nobody around. No good on the triple. Isaac outside. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming.
Now, Hero. Rozier finds Hero. Back to Rozier. Heat moving the ball around. Jaquez with a wide-open look. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as...
Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Now, Hero. It's taken away by Smith. And here comes the break. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Isaac's got 6.
And you just can't let Isaac get that much room to shoot it from deep. He's a very consistent three-point shooter with a fluid shooting form.
Burks, he's checked in for Rozier.
Number 18, Alec Burks.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist by Smith. 8 points for him.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Richardson, he's checked in for the Heat. Miami trails by 12. Isaac with the steal. Driving in, and it's a great finish! Ho-ho!
Oh, my.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
On the wing, Isaac. Takes the 3, and that one's good. Duncan.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Here's Isaac. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
I love a big man who can pass. Great instincts. Duncan finds the open man there for the bucket.
Butler up top. He's covered by Isaac. Looking to end the run. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Butler's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Isaac outside. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Roy gets the bucket.
Good to see Roy knocking it down from long range, wanting to be a bigger threat from there.
To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Duncan. And the dunk by Duncan.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Delivering the blowout. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
So with Lawson sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Smith is out there with Brandon Roy. Then it's Duncan. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Gasol in at the center. And then Roy with the dunk.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on a show.
Hero against Smith. Outside Robinson. Rejected by Gasol. Drives to the hoop and finished off by Gasol.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Duncan. And Gasol slams it in.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards, just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
The wide open look for Love. And again, it's the Heat missing. And the wide open shot from Duncan. It's rebounded by Jovic.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Burks dishes to Love. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That is his first foul of the game. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Terry Rozier comes in for Alec Burks. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here is Love. Hasn't made one yet. And it's Rozier missing. This league, Stan, and you've watched it and coached it for years, has the best players in the entire world. And some guys, though, can kind of be overlooked. Like Terry Rozier, for instance.
Yeah, look, here's a guy who's averaged 28 points a game. He can create offense for other people. He plays hard, was an outstanding defender early in his career. He's an important piece for any team he's on.
And what speed, and Stan, what athleticism.
Yeah, no question about it. This guy's somebody who shouldn't be under the radar.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection. I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And Miami making a change here. Butler's checked in. And now the fast break. Brogdon with the ball. They get the rebound. Whiteside kicks to Brogdon. Right wing. From outside the arc. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. Hero against Brogdon. Inside, Adebayo. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. It's good from long range.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Hero from long range. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. For three, Brogdon. No good that time. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. To end the drought. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Kevin Love. Here's Rozier, still without a basket. Jaquez outside. And he slams it one-handed.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Whiteside sets the pick for Chalmers. Drains it from beyond the arc. Chalmers has got 9.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
And the basket by Rozier.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
Butler passes to Jaquez. Back to Butler. Beyond the arc. Jaquez can't hit. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
65.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The guard set is Rozier and Hero. The front court is Jaquez and Butler. And it's Adebayo in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Rozier the pass to Hero. Right side, Butler driving the lane. Good on the shot. He has 6.
Signature move by Butler. He's a slasher by nature. Really goes hard to the cup.
Brogdon outside. Here is Caspi. Jaquez defending. The three-pointer off the mark. Brogdon against Hero. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Stolen by Chalmers. Here's Salon. Throws down the breakaway jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Stan, you know, you think about Jimmy Butler, and you and I are fans of his game. Talk about a guy who calls it like he sees it, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? We want to stay out of his range.
And he would have no reason to.
Exactly. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Pass to Rozier. Adebayo against Whiteside. Adebayo passes to Jaquez.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Shows creativity when making plays for his teammates. Brogdon adds a refreshing dynamic to this group. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Rozier with the ball. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Chalmers with it. Picked up by Rozier. Chalmers' shot is no good. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. And he jams it with authority.
Ooh, that's right in the face of the D.
You know, he dealt with the pressure like it was nothing. Jaquez has gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Caspi with the bucket.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
That's tipped and stolen by Chalmers.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Pass to Butler. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Alec Burks checked in for the Heat. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Butler to halt the run. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Adebayo's gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit. Chalmers looking around. Fires from deep. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
And Salon gets it to go.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Outside Butler. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Terrific recognition. There from Butler, outstanding at slicing passes through the D in that pick and roll. Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jaquez outside. The shot by Burks. Nobody around. Off target with his 3. Chalmers outside. Fires from way outside. They grab their own miss. Whiteside, no good. Takes a step back. Burks. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with Gasol on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Brogdon out there with Chalmers. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Caspi. And it's Salon in a power forward position. Rozier kicks to Love. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Whiteside against Burks. And the jam by Whiteside.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Chalmers. Takes a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bounce pass from Rozier. Back to Love. Lets the 3 fly. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
Check out Love striking from the corner, diversifying his selections to stay ahead of the D.
Whiteside, good.
Assisted by Mario Chalmers.
Miami with the ball. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Burks. To the left side wing. Just 5 on the clock. It's blocked. Brogdon with it. Robinson picks him up. Man, showing some terrific range.
And shows great poise when looking to score. Brogdon has an advanced offensive identity.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Chalmers against Rozier. Shot to stop the run. Again, the miss by the Heat. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Salon. Launches it. And the 3 ball is good. Salon's got 10 points in just the second half.
A primary responsibility of Brogdon's. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to him.
And Love gets it to go.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
3 for Caspi. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Burks. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Chalmers' shot is no good. So it's Miami now. Pass to Rozier. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Now Caspi. 6 on the shot clock. Brogdon the pass to Chalmers. Here's Salon. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. And here's Miami. To the inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Right side Robinson. For 3, Love. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding it.
For Rozier to be effective, that's just what he has to do. Keep moving, don't sit back and be passive.
And the basket by Chalmers.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Rozier looking around, and so it's a victory for the road team in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Mario Chalmers.
From everyone here at 2K, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Here with the greats, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, and Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Schroeder and Thomas make up the backcourt. Nicholas Claxton out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. They've got Jonathan Isaac, and it's Roy in at the shooting guard position. And the tip goes to the Nets. And here's Schroeder. Pass to Thomas. Screen by Claxton. To the paint. Gasol grabs the board. Now here's Isaac. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta.
And this is why so many love Isaac. Almost 7 feet tall, able to space the floor, too, with his three-point shot.
Outside Simmons. Inside. Here's Bogdanovich. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
They conceded the points to him, and he couldn't take advantage. That miss might stick with him.
Shot is good by Isaac.
And I'm really liking the confidence from Isaac. He feels like no one can guard him off the catch.
Outside Bogdanovich. The 3. Buries it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Isaac. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Isaac's got 8.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, good whistle there.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game now.
At the line for the Nets, Dennis Schroeder. 2 shots.
That one's off. Good on the second one. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Smith no good.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Schroeder passes to Claxton. Back to Schroeder. Screen by Claxton. Clock at 6. Simmons finds Claxton. And Gasol with the block. Here's Smith. Isaac outside. Smith outside. That 3's off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Milton's checked in for Thomas.
Number 7, Shake Milton.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
The vision for Simmons, picking out the right pass at the right time.
Duncan, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Melton, no good. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Isaac for three. Gets the three to fall. Isaac's got 11.
Yeah, it's really nice to see Isaac opening up his offense like this, taking a confident jump shot.
Outside Simmons. Smith against Schroeder. Down low. Deflects the pass. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gasol grabs the board.
Normally he drains that.
Pass to Roy. The three ball. Hits the three-pointer.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 8. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Credit to him for trying to get that three right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
Bogdanovich, no good. Bogdanovich is gone, just 1 for 4 so far. Gasol passes to Smith. Here's Roy. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J. Roy's gotten his second bucket.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Johnson comes in for Ben Simmons. Williams is checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Thomas in for Milton. Johnson for three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
When Johnson hits a three from that corner, it just seems to energize his entire team.
Isaac for three. No good. His first miss. He's 5 for 6 now. It's Thomas on the wing. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 19 seconds left in the first quarter here. Roy's shot is good.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
A good look from Johnson. The rebound by Duncan.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
For three, Smith. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And just nails the three. Way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Leading by 17. And we'll be back with you shortly. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
On the floor for the Nets. Schroeder and Thomas make up the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Williams. And it's Sharp in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
And Brooklyn with possession here. 17-point game. Here's Thomas. Cashes it in from 11 feet. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Now here's Schroeder. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Lets it go from 11. He's off on that one.
Ooh, might rush that one a little bit. Pretty clean look inside.
Lets it go from deep. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Whitehead's checked in.
The Nets. Number 0, Derek Whitehead.
Schroeder against Smith. Johnson passes to Whitehead. Outside Johnson. Pass to Whitehead. Six on the shot clock. Here's Schroeder. Chops one in from the wing. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Smith, nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a... Much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. For Brooklyn, Simmons comes in for Johnson, and Bogdanovich is subbed in for Williams. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. And they're on the run. And it's Whiteside with a big finish.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now here's Schroeder. Pass to Simmons. For Brooklyn, Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp, and Milton subbed in for Whitehead. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Caspi's shot is good. Caspi's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now here's Simmons. He's scoreless. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. There's a screen by Whiteside. And it's Brogdon missing. Knocked away. Pass to Caspi. Lets the 3 fly. Tries again. Claxton with the block. Milton against Brogdon. Back to Milton. And here's Bogdanovich. Now here's Milton. Guarded by Brogdon with the 10-footer, and it's Milton. That time on the assist by Bogdanovich.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Here's Chalmers. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Claxton with it. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
Brooklyn shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
And the technical free throw missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Thomas, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The home team on D. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Here's Chalmers. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Chalmers has got 6.
Nice feed by Brogdon. Excellent at whipping those passes to open teammates.
Schroeder passes to Simmons. 41 seconds left in the half. Here's Thomas. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move. And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. The rebound by Whiteside. Pass to Salah. Here's Chalmers. Here's the second effort. And it's good on the lay-in. Salah, he's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Delivering the blowout. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums, please. And measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Thomas has gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. They've got Hassan Whiteside. And it's Brogdon in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with.
Brogdon's got quick hands. It doesn't matter if he's getting it to a teammate or launching a shot.
Schroeder passes to Thomas. Pass to Claxton. Outside Bogdanovich. Some room here for Schroeder. Baseline jumper right on the money. Schroeder's got 5 points.
Nice read by Bogdanovich. I mean, keeping the ball moving.
Caspi's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Picked his pocket. Here's Chalmers to the inside. Whiteside. And he gets that one.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Brogdon from outside drops in the 3. 6 points for him.
Not Brogdon's favorite spot, but he does have that range.
Outside Simmons. Here's Schroeder. Caspi with a rebound. Schroeder's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. On target from range.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And it's Simmons slamming it home.
Big time flush from Simmons. You see how powerful he can be.
Pass to Caspi from the arc. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Outside for Brogdon. Thomas with a steal. Here's Schroeder. The rebound by Whiteside. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Chalmers. Counted from distance.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
It's stolen by Brogdon. And here they come. Finished off the break.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Now Schroeder. He's got 5. Here's Thomas for 3. The shot comes out. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Salah. The 3 is up. The rebound by Simmons. And so it's Bogdanovich with it. He brings it up for the Nets. It's Thomas on the wing. Launches a 3. The rebound by Whiteside. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight. And you watch Cam Thomas. Talk about a scorer's mindset, RJ.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. He's proficient and efficient from all 3 levels. He is as confident as they come.
Here's Salong. He's got 11. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time. Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Whitehead comes in for Thomas. And there's 1:45 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. To the paint. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Here's Caspi. Offline with a 3. Well, you look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
Bogdanovich, no good. Now here's Whiteside. To the left side wing. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Pass to Salah. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Chalmers missing. Brooklyn with the ball. Bogdanovich finds Schroeder. Now Johnson. Back to Schroeder. Takes a 3. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Schroeder's gone 2 of 7, struggling a bit. Over to the wing. Whiteside for 3. Pure from 3-point range. Whiteside's got 7 points in the game.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Outside Schroeder. Bogdanovich on the wing. Here's Claxton, and he dunks it down right as the buzzer sounded. Wow!
And that's exactly what you want. Finish the quarter on a positive note.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for the Nets, Dennis Schroeder is out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Sharp, then it's Williams, and it's Johnson in at the power forward position. Here's Roy. He buries it from 3.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
To the middle. Here's Sharp, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Pass to Roy, takes the 3, and he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Here's Schroeder. It's tipped. Here's Roy. Fires the 3. Drops in the 3. Roy's got 9 points in the quarter.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Milton's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Sharp passes to Johnson. Back to Sharp. Schroeder with it. Inside to halt the run. And the play by Sharp as he finishes it off for 2.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Isaac for 3. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
There's a screen by Johnson. Schroeder passes to Johnson. Down low. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Johnson.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Gasol. They grab their own miss. Shot is good by Isaac.
And really nice timing by Isaac on the glass, winning himself a great second chance look.
Pass to Williams. Hey, expanding his range. Gasol grabs the board. Gasol's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Duncan. 3-pointer. Hits a 3-pointer.
And he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score. It's what his team relies on him to do.
Pass to Johnson. It's stolen by Isaac. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Knocks it down from distance.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every 3 he takes now is going in.
Sharp, a screen on Smith. Schroeder passes to Johnson. Blocked! And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Simmons comes in for Johnson. Bojan Bogdanovic checked in for Williams. And it's Thomas in for Milton. Here's Roy, covered by Schroeder. Smith outside. Here's Gasol. And it's all from three-point range. And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Nets. To the paint. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Nets ball.
There's Bogdanovic with the three. That shot off. Pass to Roy. Here's the three. Knocks down the triple.
His three-point mechanics have been flawless. Get him a clean look from deep, and he'll bury it.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Thomas outside. Fires from deep. Gasol grabs the board.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Smith passes to Duncan. Buries it from three.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And there's a defensive 3-second call.
Nets ball. At the line for the Nets, Dennis Schroeder. One shot.
And the technical free throw is good. And so they get the victory here at home. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. So the Nets starting five. The guard pair, Schroeder and Thomas. Nicholas Claxton out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. We've got Isaac, J.R. Smith out there with Roy. Then there's Duncan. And it's Gasol in at the 5 spot. So Brooklyn will get the first possession. From deep, Thomas. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Thomas against Roy. Smith outside. Pass to Duncan. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
You set him up, Tim Duncan will knock him down.
Schroeder against Smith. Here's Thomas. Nice D from Duncan. And here's the fast break. Nice shot by Smith.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Isaac against Bogdanovich. Schroeder passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Got that one up quick.
Well, you know what? I think you've got to have that shot in your game, even if you are a big guy now. And Isaac demonstrating that he does have that in his game.
Now here's Simmons. Down low. Thomas, no good. Smith wide open. He fires. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Thomas kicks it over to Schroeder. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game.
At the line for one.
And the technical free throw is good.
What really makes Schroeder special is the energy he plays with. I mean, it's contagious and infects the entire team. He's like a lightning bolt of energy when he hits the court.
Bogdanovich finds Simmons. Clock at 6. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
And here's Schroeder after the three-pointer from Duncan. Schroeder and the rejection by Smith. Roy fires from way outside. Here's Gasol. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards, just utterly relentless at pounding the glass. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Nets making a change here. Milton's checked in. And the Nets with possession here. They trail by 7. Here's Duncan. And the dunk by Duncan.
That kind of defense is not going to cut it with Duncan. He's too good and just shrugs off the contact.
Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Now here's Roy. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Schroeder against Smith. Milton wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. Duncan scanning the floor. Launches it from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's the 3. And it's Schroeder missing. Smith inside. Defended by Milton. That one good for 2.
Far from just a jump shooter now. Smith also impressive at finishing in close.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. 9-point game. Roy with some nice D. Duncan in the corner. The 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Duncan's got 11 points.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it. You really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Fires the 3. Duncan with the bucket. 14 points for him.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
For 3, Roy connects from three-point range.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And at 6'11", Isaac's able to take a hit and still get the deuce.
Right side, Bogdanovich. A baseline J. That one doesn't go. J.R. Smith on the wing. Beats the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. They lead by 18. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So with Devont sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Pau Gasol. Duncan is out there with Isaac. Then it's Brandon Roy. And it's Smith in at the 1. Over in the corner, Isaac. The three-pointer is right on target. Isaac's got 8.
And Isaac takes no time getting his shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
And Williams with the stuff.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Inside, it's stolen by Duncan. Roy from outside. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 5 assists in the game. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And again, it's the Nets missing. Duncan against Johnson. Duncan outside. Smith for three, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. Smith's got 10.
An absolute sharpshooter. J.R. Smith always rises with confidence.
And it's Schroeder missing. Roy with it. Now Thomas defending. Smith outside. Cans it from downtown. 13 points in the game.
Such a reflexive shooter. Smith rarely needs any time to get set up and fire.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. Simmons checked in for Cameron Johnson. Bogdanovich comes in for Williams. And it's Whitehead in for Thomas. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Back to Bogdanovich. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And so he hits the technical free throw. Johnson, he's checked in for Sharp.
Cameron Johnson.
Schroeder passes to Whitehead. Bogdanovich dishes to Schroeder. Hits the jumper in space.
Look at the touch on Schroeder's shot there, making that tough mid-range, Jay. Easy, slim pickings.
Johnson against Duncan. Outside Roy. The three. Scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal. That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Johnson. And it's Shake Milton in for Whitehead. Here's Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Schroeder. There's the triple. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got 4 rebounds in this game. Schroeder's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. Smith outside. The shot's good. Roy making the play. Smith's got 9 points now in the quarter.
When Smith is shooting the rock like this, with this kind of confidence, watch out now. He can put you to sleep when he starts knocking down shots like that.
Schroeder finds Claxton. On the wing, Milton. And Claxton throws it down.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Duncan's got 17 now.
It's rare that you see this from Duncan, so you know he had to really like the shot.
Bogdanovich passes to Schroeder. Back to Bogdanovich. From past the arc. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Thomas checked in for the Nets. .58 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Claxton. Nobody near Schroeder. Off target from 3-point range.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Smith. Duncan's got 5 points now this quarter.
And, you know, this team depends on Duncan offensively because they know how great a scorer he is.
Claxton with it. Simmons passes to Claxton. Duncan grabs the rebound. Here's Isaac. Thomas grabs the rebound. Outside, Bogdanovich. Hits it from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got 6. That'll be a 5-second call.
Nets ball.
8 seconds left now here in the second. Claxton the pass to Schroeder. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Delivering the blowout. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Setting the floor for the Nets. The guard pair. Schroeder and Thomas. Ben Simmons is out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And, you know, we all know Schroeder can score now, but they're a nice assist to his wide-open teammate.
Gasol, that's a 2-pointer. Ben Simmons with the rebound.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Bogdanovich finds Schroeder, and the rejection by Smith. Bogdanovich against Isaac. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 8th assist in the game. Now here's Schroeder. Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here. Looking to get back on track here. And taken away by Roy. Here's Duncan. That 3 off the mark. And so Thomas will bring it up for Brooklyn. Pass to Simmons. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Claxton a screen on Smith. 4 on the shot clock. The 3 from Bogdanovich. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bogdanovich has gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. To the middle. For 3, Roy. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
One of Roy's specialties is the catch and shoot. Outstanding in that regard.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
This is his first free throw of the game. That one is no good. And here's the fast break. Pass to Isaac. The tray. The shot, no good. Thomas kicks to Bogdanovich. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Isaac. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Isaac's got 13 points.
Boy, you look at Isaac. He's got a nice ability now to finish inside. Very impressive.
Pass to Thomas. And again, it's the Nets missing.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Schroeder. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And good that time.
You know, this is simply Tim Duncan doing his thing, being Tim Duncan, playing with great heart and going to work inside.
And Simmons slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Good on the three-point shot.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Time after time, it's Ben Simmons' time. The Australian looking fabulous tonight.
Drops in the tray.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Schroeder passes to Bogdanovich. To the paint. Here's Simmons. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Johnson's checked in. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Schroeder against Chalmers. Bogdanovich wide open. And again, no good by Brooklyn. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Sinks the three-pointer. Brogdon's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Duncan sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. We've got Brogdon. He's out there with Chalmers. Caspi is out there with Whiteside. And it's Salon in at the 4-man position.
Boy, just a simple feed that time by Mario Chalmers finding the open man.
Schroeder against Chalmers. Johnson a wide open look. And the 3 off target. Here is Whiteside. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Brooklyn with the ball. Schroeder outside. Down low. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Whitehead.
The lineup for the Nets. Number 7, Shake Milton.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And it's Schroeder missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
Now Milton. Here's Sharp. There's the drive. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Brooklyn making some changes. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Cameron Johnson. And it's Whitehead in for Shake Milton. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Williams. No good that time.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Bogdanovich comes in for Williams. And Thomas subbed in for Whitehead. And here's Schroeder. Looking to get it going. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
You know, Ben Simmons can make spectacular passes, but he doesn't need to be flashy. He's all about helping his teammates get easy baskets.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Thomas gets a wide open look. Drills it from outside.
Excellent at seeing the floor. Simmons brings a pass-first mentality to his game.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Nets ball.
Chalmers against Schroeder. Outside, Simmons. Thomas kicks to Simmons. And it's Schroeder in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Brooklyn with the ball. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Inside, here's Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
And, you know, stretching out for that one, Bogdanovich showing a little elevation for a guy who typically stays close to the ground.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside, Simmons. Over to the left wing. And it's Schroeder missing. Brogdon with it. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. They've got a nice little run going here.
Yeah, just making it look easy on the offensive end.
Schroeder passes to Thomas. Claxton, a screen on Brogdon. To the inside. And Claxton throws it down.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
The three from Chalmers bangs home the trifecta. Chalmers has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Thomas with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Back to Thomas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Lets it go with a three. The shot that time not on target. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Brooklyn. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Whiteside. Brogdon outside. Salon, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
This is the kind of unselfishness you love seeing from Brogdon, making sure he gets it to the open man.
Outside, Simmons. The rebound by Brogdon. The three from Chalmers. The shot comes out. Schroeder outside. And so they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from...